I'm going to talk to you today briefly about checking the box in your job and knowing your audience. So, as far as checking the box goes, I'm going to relate a story. It's a little faith-based, so if you're one of those people that's offended by that, time to turn this off. I was working with a church, and we were going to a veterans hospital and meeting with the different patients there, both normal day-to-day sickness people and then folks that are in hospice, not going to leave that hospital alive. And we would go to each room and meet each of the patients, and we'd take time to pray with them and give them a little gift bag. And one of the patients that we had gone to see was dying of a brain tumor, and I think his name was Brian, and he was really sick. When people are near death, there's a smell, and he had that smell. And the team I was with went into the room to go see him, and they were like, well, thank you for your service, here's a bag, and kind of disturbed him a little bit, and then went to leave the room. And that's just checking the box, right? They think they did the best that they should. I didn't leave the room. I went back to him and held his hand and talked to him and prayed with him. It was deep, and he cried. And I think I gave him some comfort and some assurance. So that's the difference between checking the box and checking the box, right? Our responsibility in life as we know more is to do more. And I'm sure those folks that walked in the room and think they did a great job, but what that man needed and got was at a deeper level. And I think we need to look for those things as we go through business and our families, of course, right? The other thing I wanted to talk to you about is knowing your audience. So we went in and we'd bring these little boxes or bags full of little gifts for these people. And when you're in the hospital for a long stay, crossword puzzles and a comb and just different toiletry things, are nice. But included in that bag was a small Bible and diabetic candy. Now, the Veterans Hospital had told us very clearly not to be bringing in food for the patients, but some people listen better than others, for sure, right? And so when we left, I was assessing, what we had done and what we had given these folks in my mind. And while I was doing that, I was eating this diabetic candy. And about a half hour after eating that candy, I started feeling bad intestinal discomfort, and there was a lot of other stuff that went along with that, if you know what I mean. So we had left these people with these tiny Bibles that the writing was so small they couldn't read, and left them with candy. Most of them were diabetics, by the way, that they would eat, and all got sick. So I'm sure the nurses were hating us that afternoon. So point being is, whenever you do work and you're working with that would be our customer, right? You need to assess what you're doing and making sure that it's a right fit for those people, that you are really leaving them in a better condition and helping them than hurting them. Anyway, have a great day. Just wanted to share those things with you. Bye.